Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit and in the green. Welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. It's been a bit of a disaster today, if I'm going to be honest. I haven't quite got the mood just right when it comes to commentary. The recording session has been really, really difficult. I've had to deal with some really awkward mini-games and challenges that have thrown my commentary completely off. And on top of that, I don't know why I've left my phone on during recording, but there's a whole bunch of scam calls going around. And I just got knocked into the river by... So not only have I dealt with spam calls, there have been irritating mini-games. I glitched through the floor in the last episode. Classic. I mean, all the Superman references I've made have come home to roost, and then I got beaten up by a beaver. It's just been one of those days, and sometimes you do have those days where things don't go right. Your commentary doesn't quite go to plan, because I'm a perfectionist. I like to plan things out. I like to make it look good. But you can't always make it look good, and I know it's just how video games work. Sometimes things don't go to plan. Sometimes you'll get those challenges that just don't click with you. Sometimes things will be absolutely perfect, and that's really just how it goes. And I suppose that it's frustrating. But I think we're getting to points where, as a person, I'm finding it easier to deal with the frustration. To shrug it off and say, hey, things aren't too bad, all things considered. We're allowed to vent our frustrations, definitely. Especially since we come to Mad Maze Mall. Only the second such example. And it's... Oh yes, we're functionally invincible. We've got a whole lot of enemies we can storm down. And I do feel like getting the guns out. This one's just very cathartic, really. Watch the enemies run from you, shoot them. And away we go. Probably better get a move on. I think there's some enemies around this way, I think. Oh, of course, the way... Oh, could I screw this up? Nah, we're fine. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. See, I don't know what to talk about, I admit, but I already feel like I'm bouncing back a bit from the frustrations of the previous episode. Am I ready to deal with the beetle? Probably not. Dealing with the beetle is a whole different kettle of fish, and oh boy is it painful. I'm not quite ready to destroy my sanity with that just yet. I think it's probably best if I take it easy. Now, there's a high pillar with a warp, but we need to go to the other end to find a different teleport and get some bananas for Diddy, because there's a banana balloon nearby. Yeah, I've been trying to not to let things get to me. It's not easy in these strange times. But I think I'm doing better at sort of... Now, we should come back for that one later when we've actually got the 4 warp active. I think I'm getting better at that because I've really wanted to try and make sure the good person that is in there doesn't get overwhelmed by sheer stress and frustration, because we all have those moments. We all feel stress, we all feel frustration, and there's a lot... Thank you, camera. There's a lot to feel frustrated about, and let's be honest, dodgy 3D platformer camera controls are going to be one of those, but good heavens, it's a great summary, like I said, of how ridiculous this day's been. You gotta laugh sometimes. And I think I'm honestly learning to do that a lot more. I'm learning to just have fun with things, to take it in stride. If something goes wrong, oh yeah, it's annoying at the time, but then it's done. Well, I got the warp I needed. I got smacked around, but I got the warp I needed. And then we can head through the waterfall. We can head through here, and we will have a bit of work to do as Diddy. Because Diddy has a couple of guitar challenges in these log cabins. But yeah, I do feel like I'm slowly starting to get a bit better as a person, because like there's a good person in there. I've always tried to be a good person, but I know I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, and a lot of the time it's been the same mistakes. Where am I? Camera. Camera! Oh, camera, 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 camera. There we are, so that's where I wound up. But yeah, like, it got to a point where making those mistakes over and over again was incredibly painful, not just for me, but for everyone who had to deal with me. And I didn't want to keep doing that. I didn't want to do it. And that's the important thing, that you have to want to change. It's up to everyone else if they do ultimately forgive me. That much is true. I'm not very good at forgiving myself. But I just have to try as hard as I can to be a good person, to make sure those changes stick, and I think I'm finally getting that. I'm finally getting to a point where I truly understand myself. Now, can we kill the Koshas with oranges? The guitar works. Okay, well, it's been a while since I had an accidental jam session, but hey, that works. I'll take it. We need to get into the rocket barrel, which is over there. Like, it's been a really, really weird journey this past 18 months. And I know the journey's going to get a lot longer because, well, it's at least the way I see it. That when you start to discover when you start to discover yourself, you go down that important road. It takes a while. And for every discovery you make, you basically make the road a bit longer. I still haven't forgiven the rocket barrel for its handling. Oh, don't get tucked into tight corners with the rocket barrel. Oh. Okay, now if we can get... There we are, 2 down. 1 more to go. Captain K. Rool's cabin is... Whoops. Oh, went a little bit high there. Now, if I get this last one, we unlock our gold banana. Bit more trouble than I expected, but yeah. Like, as you make that journey of self-discovery, don't be surprised if the journey starts to take a bit longer. Because sometimes it does. The more you discover about yourself, basically the longer the journey becomes. Not because it's getting harder, but because there's always more to do. There will always be that more to do, more to discover. And it might seem like it's tough, but at the same time, when you're undergoing that journey, you're making the road smoother. You're slowly making the road smoother for yourself. You're slowly getting as you slowly get a better understanding of yourself. Even though the journey becomes longer as you learn more and you discover more about yourself, the road is getting smoother. It all becomes easy. Or at least easier, as everything starts to link up. Now, if we're careful, there are strategies we can use. Oh wait, I can get up here, can't I? Now, if Diddy would just grab the edge, I might be able to do this. Oh, the camera. See, that it's a cheaper strategy than using the rocket barrel because the rocket barrel handles... Well, we're not going to go into that rant because I'm trying to bring positivity. Oh, that is something of a problem. We only get our ammunition maxed out, not our grenades. That is a problem. That is a significant problem, which is actually impeding me from doing this. Looks like I'll have to try and get one of the clumps dead. Unfortunately, this is the issue with my plan. A shortcut is always the longest distance between 2 points. Please grab the edge. I need a better plan than this. I think I've got the right plan. But I need more oranges. Tiny's, I think, gives me quite a few oranges. So yeah, I'll do hers, and then I'll get back to Diddy's, because man, I did not realize that Funky didn't actually fill up your oranges, because my brain went, oranges equal ammunition. Ergo, they are also affected by the ammo belt. Ergo, Funky will fill them up. Oh boy, it's just been a day. I'll have to get Tiny's blueprint too. Okay. Three valuable oranges. And I wasted one. Whoa! Man, these oranges are really, really not... I can only hit the one that's furthest away from me, and I got one orange out of it. Jesus. Alright. A little bit better, but man, it's just been a bad, bad day. And they keep going off the edge too. Two for the price of one. Please, no, 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 not banana, not banana, not banana. Need orange. Do not need banana. No, it faded away. I didn't need potassium, I needed citrus. Oh. Man, I'm turning into a Fruit Loop here. Oh boy. I guess here's a good opportunity to practice some of that positivity I've been talking about, but kind of wondering what other source of positivity do I have? It's just been one of those days. It has been unbelievably one of those days. Things have just not quite clicked, and I'm really sorry about that. I might as well at least get Chunky's banana from here. Chunky's is probably every bit as difficult. And we will see. I'll have to get Tiny's Splat as well. And there's a bee dying right... No, it's a wasp. It's a wasp dying right in front of us. So, Chunky's challenge. Avoid the spotlights. Probably very appropriate for Chunky. Because he is fairly quiet, avoids the spotlight. If you get discovered by these spotlights, you die. That's basically the long and short of it. But we get a good crop of bananas. And then we have to... And then we get to commit some animal cruelty again. Oh, now where? There we are. If you're careful, you can lead your shots just right. But it's essentially random movement. Doesn't leave you too much room for that. This might take a few tries. Because they can spawn in completely odd spots. That shouldn't have counted, I don't think. Alright, one more. Or if they spawn right under your guns, they're a lot easier to hit. It's only really searching that's the problem. But I suppose it's very appropriate that Searchlight Seek is in here. So I've got to go and find some more oranges so that Diddy can actually complete that challenge. But then again, I might have a bit of a plan. So we'll probably spend... Wait, Yeah, I did clip through that. I wasn't going mad. What on earth? The collision detection with Chunky is pretty bad. Especially on Hunky Chunky, but... What a day I'm having! I think I need to use the rocket barrel to bait all the, what's-its things. All the clobbers to one spot. Then I stick my landing, I take out my enemies... Carefully, and away we go. Yeah, use the rocket barrel, bait the clobbers, we're good to go. That's probably the intended strategy. 49 seconds. It's surprisingly tight. Where's that clump? Which one's clump? Damn it, I panicked. I probably don't have many oranges left. 3 oranges. Yeesh. The plan was all right. It's just I started panic throwing oranges and... Oh, this one's going to take a little bit of time. So tell you what, if I screw this one up, I'm just going to have to call it quits on this one and actually get some oranges back. Camera, for the love of God. Please grab the edge, Diddy. Beautiful. So, line him up. Last one. Did it! Oh, well, at least let's get Tiny's Kasplat. Sort that much out, but man, I made that a lot harder than it probably should have been, because I kept trying to take shortcuts. Remember, shortcuts are the longest distance between 2 points, as the saying goes. I've so lost track of time because I've been doing so many different challenges along the way that have taken up so much of my time. I've probably only got about 3 episodes worth for today. But yeah, it's been strange. It's been difficult at times. But we're getting there. Little by little, we're getting there. Days like this can be a bit frustrating. They're a bit of a setback. You feel tense, you feel stressed out, everything seems like it's just a complete bother. Which is a bit sad. But you're allowed to have days like that in the end. You really are allowed to have those days which just don't quite go. As long as you're out there trying your best. That's the most important thing, because you won't have every day be absolutely perfect. Who's bananas? At least I've got plenty of ammo. So we could grab Lanky's Kasplat as well and show you exactly what the 5 warp is for. Better get some bananas with Chunky, the more the merrier, because... Excuse me. Well, I am getting pretty close to finishing Crystal Caves. Because there's not a lot more I have to do. I might as well, we'll persevere and we can get this finished. We'll get these bananas with Chunky just for completion's sake, and then I will get Lanky's Kasplat and we're done. At least for this episode. I'm not yet... I think I might be strong enough to take on the Beetle. I think my sanity might have recovered well enough to take on the Beetle, but we will see. That's probably going to be the most interesting one, and quote-unquote interesting anyway. There is a saying, may you live in interesting times, which was used both as a curse and a blessing. I think it was in China. But yeah, either way, it still presented some very unusual results because, I mean, if things are going spectacularly wrong, it's still interesting, I guess. It's one way of putting it. There we go. Exercise caution. But we are near where we need to be. We'll get these, we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back ready to tackle the ice castle, where Lanky has a couple of bananas. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.